who here thinks they know what drag is? Right. So drag actually has a definition. According to Merriam-Webster, it is the theatrical exaggeration and performance of gender, oftentimes with elaborate sparkly costumes, hair of some kind, makeup, jewelry, nails, etc., etc. Who here is seeing a drag queen for the first time? Thank God. If you don't know me, my name's Quesa D'Mondays. Does anyone here watch RuPaul's Drag Race? Yeah. Love. There is a phrase that is commonly said on RuPaul's Drag Race. We are all born naked and...
The rest is drag.
That's it. Now, that quote is genuinely, typically associated with RuPaul Charles, the host of the show. But he himself has admitted that he got that quote from another drag queen, trans woman in New York named Lakesha Lucky. She says, we are all born naked and the rest is drag. And what that essentially means is that we are all doing drag all of the time, right? Let me explain myself, right? Gender, I believe, like many things that we have in life, is performed. We are performative. You behave differently with your mother than you do with your friends, than you do with the guy at the gas station, than you do with the guy at the gas station when he's at your house later. Gender is performed. And in whatever capacity, all of the things that we put on are affectations to that performance. Your clothes, your accessories, the way you wear your hair, the way you walk, the way you are. And I can only hope that for most of you, all you would ever want is, in whatever gender you choose to express yourself in, you want to walk out of the house, and at the very least, you would hope that people would accept you for who you are. No? In the same vein, I, 3 to 5 times a week, depending on how busy I am, walk out of my house after undergoing 2 hours of makeup, wearing dresses, putting on body, into a world full of strangers, people who I have never met and may never meet again. And all I can really hope is that when I go out into those spaces is 2 things. One, that I hope that I am accepted for who I am. And 2, to actively disrupt that space. And do you accept me for who I am?
Yes.
I think so. And am I currently the center of attention right now?
Yes.
Mission accomplished. We are all doing drag all of the time. I'm doing it way better than all of you, but that's not the point. Now, you might ask yourself, what does this have to do with a sense of belonging? Well, in order to answer that question, I want to tell you a little story about a young boy named Alec. Alec is born in 1994 in Southern California to Victor Manuel Lugo and Mary Janicki. He is half Mexican, and I'll let you guess which one's the Mexican half. Now, Alec fundamentally understands that he is Mexican. He has Mexican family members. They speak Spanish. He enjoys Mexican food in his household. He's been to Mexico. He lives near the border of the southern United States, in SoCal and San Diego, because he goes across the border because orthodontic work is a lot cheaper there. And he understands that fundamentally. But he doesn't speak Spanish. He has 2 immigrant grandparents on his father's side who immigrated here from Mexico and brought their 7 daughters with them and had 1 child in the United States, his father. He doesn't know how to talk to them. They don't speak English. He doesn't speak Spanish. Every word that he says to them is translated through someone else. He has never and will never say an understandable, comprehensive sentence to them. But he knows he's Mexican, but that doesn't mean he feels any different. He's a kid. He grows up liking things, having friends, and all of that takes a turn when his parents decide to move to the state of Hawaii, on the big island of Hawaii. It's an ethnically and racially very different place there. It is a conglomeration of so many different cultures and ethnicities and races that at that point, for someone who wasn't connected with his own ethnicity, he just adopted what was there. You learn so much about other cultures and you just kind of blend into the mishmash of everything that is around you, right? But something else is happening at that time. Alec is realizing something else fundamental about him. He's gay.
Yay.
Growing up queer is such a unique experience. It's something that you look back on with a lot of kinder eyes and fondness. But in the moment, it is a fight for your life. You are so afraid of being the person that you are and other people finding out. All this misinformation about HIV/AIDS, about what happens to gay people, about how long you're going to live. And so now Alec is overcome and consumed with this identity of being gay that he doesn't have time to figure out what his racial identity is, nor does his father want to teach him. He finds theater. Theater is a way for you to be able to adopt various other identities and perform them in such a way that you don't have to look at your own insecurities. Theater was not just a saving grace, but it was also a suit of armor that protected him from all of the things that he didn't fundamentally understand. So much so that he told his father he wanted to go to school for theater. And his father was not happy, but he allowed him to anyway. And so he moved to Oregon and went to school at Pacific University. He studies theater, and now moving to a different population, racially and ethnically, that being predominantly white, the questions start coming up. Oh, you look like you're something. What are you? What is your... No, like, where are you from? Oh, you're Mexican? Do you speak Spanish? No? Well, you're not a very good Mexican. My boyfriend speaks more Spanish than you do, and he's white. Does that make him Mexican? It's humiliating for Alec to be 18 to 20 years old and not have any answers for all of these things that people are saying that you are, ascribing to you. And not only is it humiliating, you feel guilty. You feel like there's a test that you haven't been studying for, and you're failing. And it's also at this time, when you're learning how to be in theater and be a professional in the entertainment industry, you get told that your race is actually something of a benefit, right? All the white people come up to you and they say, oh, you're ethnically ambiguous. That's really good in the theater world. You can play whatever. You can play Arab, you can play Indigenous, you can play Latino. You have so many more opportunities than me as a white person. It's a benefit. Brown people are not safe in America. America is founded on the disenfranchisement of brown people. And you have to sit there and say, well, am I actually brown? I don't know if I feel that. And I don't know if I have any ability to connect with it at this point in my life. And after you graduate college, like Alec did, and go out into the professional theater world, you try your hardest to make yourself as Latino as possible so that you can feel legitimized by a population that wants you to be like that. but also you feel fake in all of it. You don't feel like it's something that's authentically you. That's how Alec felt. And then comes the 2016 election, in which a certain person is voted into a certain high office. And Alec calls his dad, a dark-skinned Mexican man, and he says, "Dad, aren't you afraid? The president-elect has been saying some pretty horrifying things about Mexicans and Mexican Americans." And Alec's dad says, "I'm not afraid. I'm American. We're protected in America because we're American. I'm not worried about it." ICE has detained and killed not just those who are immigrants or those who are undocumented, but they have also killed white Americans. As an American, you are not safe in America. A lot happens in that time. Alec continues to try to build a career, moving back and forth, trying to shove themselves into boxes that don't fit, trying to gain the notoriety of casting directors and influencers, changing themselves based on what everyone else's perception is of them. And yes, that is partially the theater world, but it doesn't feel good. Cut to 2.5 years ago, Alec has an opportunity to perform in a show where they have to learn how to do drag. Now, yes, they've done drag a little bit before. Who hasn't put a wig on when you're doing a Halloween costume? But it's new and it's scary. And when they do it, they love it. It feels like they don't have to fit into any other box outside of the one that they've created for themselves. And here is something interesting. When faced with the opportunity to create a brand new drag persona, someone that they can create from the ground up without all of this baggage of feeling like they are lesser or not enough, they continue to choose to make their mixed identity an important part of their drag persona. They don't abandon it. He decides to call himself something that is based on his relationship to his Mexican heritage, which is food. And he calls himself Quesa D'Mondays. Drag gave me the opportunity to step into the person I knew I was always meant to be. Drag gave me that permission. Because with drag, there is no box. Drag can be whatever you want it to be. And what it taught me about my identity to my race is that sometimes belonging is something you create and not find. I still don't speak Spanish. I still really, really love Mexican food. And both of my grandparents on my father's side are dead. And I will never get to know them. But what I have been gifted and granted with is an incredible opportunity to use the identity I was given and the talents I have fostered to create spaces for other people who feel like me. And hopefully use that as a means to create belonging where otherwise it would have never existed. And I hope that my opportunity to bring joy to other people gives them that permission to step into the people that they always were meant to be. When I first started doing drag, I used to do a show in this very theater called Cabaret Quesa. And in my second iteration of that show, I wrote a parody of a popular musical theater song that described perfectly my aim of what I wanted to do with my craft of being a drag queen. and the world I wanted to create with it. And I would like to sing that song for you. I just know I'm the greatest, the prettiest, though maybe not the straightest. I mean, have you seen my eyes and have you felt this ass? It's faux. Still, I know I'm not perfect, because this world makes me feel like a reject. But I dream of a place where I'll be put together at last. A boutique of my own, with walls all painted pink, a closet full of sequined stuff and hairspray that doesn't stain, a washroom full of cleanser for practicing hygiene, where no expense is spared, somewhere that's queer. My lip syncs aren't outclassed, and my dance moves make men swoon. I serve like Lady Bunny, and I sing like Jinx Monsoon. My teeth are full of silicone. If they weren't real, is what I mean. Teats as big as my hair, somewhere that's queen. And between my shows and brunches, I see a world that's so pristine. While drag queens come under fire, the only thing that's on fire is my we honor who came first, because drag is a protest. We want to make a space here that gives queer folks the best. A world where we're accepted, where love is love and not obscene. I know we can. So come on, take a stand. Somewhere that